it's Desiree, and I am here with a Scrapping for Less design team project, and the one that I wanted to do was the flamingo stamp that's in the recent Scrapping for Less card kit. At the time that I did the reveal, I didn't have the stamp set, which is okay, because I knew I was going to get it. And once I did and saw it, I just knew that this had to be my first design team project for this month. I keep saying design team project. So what I did, I grabbed a piece of my Canson XL Bristol cardstock because I want to play with my Zig Clean Real Brush markers. I haven't played with them in a while, so I had to pull them out. So I'm going to start off with my sentiment, and the sentiment says, "Birds of a feather celebrate together." What I like is you have large and small fonts with this stamp set, so you get a great, you get multiple choices with it. Now, after, you're going to see I'm going to do a lot of stamping just to set this up. So every time I'm stamping, I am using my VersaFine ink. And then after I use my ink, I'm going to use my clear embossing powder to heat set that. Because when I work with my zigs or a watercolor medium, I do like to have that barrier. But we'll get into that more because I do actually show the coloring. I created some masks for my balloons because I wanted to stamp these balloons along the bottom of my panel so that I can use all kinds of bright colors when it comes to the balloons. So I'm actually going to make it look like my flamingos are coming up from the balloons and celebrating. So after I have them cut out, I'm going to set them down. Now I haven't set my clear embossing powder yet. I'm just stamping and I'm lightly putting them down because now I'm going to put another row within the 3 that I've already stamped. And then I'll remove those and I will have used my clear embossing powder and heat set that. So I grabbed the 2 flamingos, and what's great, they're separate, so you can either use one or have both of them facing each other, which is what I chose to do. And then they're going to be, as I said, coming out of the balloon. So I'm making sure my masks are in the areas because we're not going to see their feet. Their feet are going to be kind of like in behind that. So now that I have everything stamped and embossed, now I'm just going to come in with my zigs. I chose all the bright colors that were in my set. And all I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of the color on one side and I'm going to pull it out with my aqua brush. Now I'm not going to show you all of the balloons because there's a lot of balloons going on there. But you can see I'm focusing on one side or maybe towards the bottom. And then again, I'm just pulling it out with my aqua brush. If I feel I have too much water coming from my aqua brush, that's why I have my terry cloth towel there. I'm just tapping against that to remove some of the water. Again, when I do use my zigs, I do like to have the embossed area. It's like a barrier. I am not a watercolorist. I am learning. I'm kind of, doing little things here and there. But I do like to have that barrier. It's my comfort zone right now. So you can see I skipped some balloons there because I don't like to, even though I've got the barrier, I don't like to work next to each other. And you can see with my flamingos, I used the colors straight. I didn't add my watercolor brush because you can actually blend with these zig markers, which is wonderful. So I've got that pink peachy shade going on there with the 2 colors that I chose. I used some teal or aqua for their hats. And then, of course, I wanted to use orange for their bills. Now I'm just going back and filling in with my balloons and having some fun there, just making them nice and colorful. I did make a boo-boo, which, of course, I always pull out my boo-boos. I forgot to treat my Bristol paper with my anti-static tool. And I'm finding, I'm getting better with that because I'm like, why would I need it? Well, you really do. Because you can see with that one purple balloon there that there's little tiny white flecks, which is okay because they can be highlights or something like that. But that's actually the clear embossing powder that didn't come off of my cardstock because I did not treat it the way that I should have. So, I mean, if you don't have one, that's fine, but it is something to have in your arsenal when it comes to card making. You don't have to have everything. I am one of those people that do. But that is one of the staples, you know, scissors, acrylic blocks. It's one of those types of staples. So you can see I'm just finishing up filling in my balloons. I'm getting, you know, a little daring there. Some of them are not dry, and it's okay. You can see that embossed line from the clear embossing powder with the VersaFine ink is holding back those colors, and they're not merging. My sentiment was kind of up there, and yes, sentiments can float. We don't have to ground them, but I just wanted to put something behind it. So I used my aqua color and I just really heavily doused it with some water, and I spread that around so that could stand out. And I saw a mistake that was on my beak, and since it was still wet, I was able to pick it up with my towel, and I was able to fill it back in. So that's what our card looks like. We are back to regular speed now. That other one was 4 times the speed. I pulled a piece of cardstock from one of the collections of the card kit called the Escape to Paradise, the Bo Bunny collection. I had to have the pad. They are available at Scrapping for Less, so please check it out. There will be links below, absolutely. And I just had to have the one with the palm trees, and I thought the color that was on matched perfectly with my 2 flamingos that I had. I grabbed my white gel pen to just add a highlight to each of my balloons. So I'm just adding a little bit of a line on each of them, and I'm going to accent them that way. So that is our card. Again, this was a Scrapping for Less design team project. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do. You don't want to miss all of the other videos that are coming out real soon with some fabulous designers. If you should have any questions or comments, leave those down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And by all means, all the links will be available down below in the video description if you want to check out their shop with all of their wonderful products that are available, or maybe you're interested in subscribing to their kit. I hope everyone's having a great day and a great weekend. Hope you're not getting hit too much by these storms, but always remember what's most important for me. Always be creative.